Yeah, but my routine, I wouldn't record this because I'd need locking up. Alexa wakes me up at 6:15.
Is that at 6:15 morning or evening?
I'll go back to bed. So I have to post a cat cartoon at 6:15 every morning, because you get Americans at different times coming in, the same names coming through. It's lovely. And I have to be coming out of the shower when they're reading the 8 o'clock news. I'm downstairs in the kitchen for 8:30. It's because everything takes so long with 2 bloody sticks. You've only got 2 hands. You haven't got a hand to carry anything. And then I'm in my chair at 9:30 and I have to produce a cat cartoon by 11. Then I whip upstairs, and I start painting till 1:15. And I'm back at 2:15 until 5 o'clock. It becomes an obsession after a while. It's a bit like a puzzle. But you don't know what the finished picture's going to look like, that's the only thing. So you're working in the dark a lot of the time, and suddenly you might see something. When I was in art school, I did not take painting. I took lithography, lettering, sort of things like that, and record cover design. And painting was, it was something holy that other people did. And sometimes I get that feeling that it's very special, but other times, like now, I'm just drawing little balls on grass. I'd started my painting thing, and then I started my drawing account about a year afterwards. And I just like drawing cats. And I thought that'd be a challenge. I'll do one every day for a year, which I did. And then after a year, I had to pretend I was dead. But then, my hand had come out of the coffin, do you remember? And I had a pencil, I was still drawing. So we blacked out the next day, and then I was resurrected the day after that. And all the punters were quite pleased. So I am aware of that Instagram is in the back of my mind. Actually, do you remember these? I mean, these lines are beautiful. That's very nice of you.
That is, because, I mean, there's an awful lot of
Fornicating.
to look.
I remember that actually. I did that for a vintage photograph.
This one.
No, that one, yeah. Vintage photograph for sale on eBay. And I made up a story about it, and I gave their dates as though they died when they were children. Oh yes, they lived from 1890 to 1898. And people wanted to know what they died of. So I said, I make it up, it's art, isn't it? Yeah, I love outside art. My favourite is William Hawkins. He was an African-American who painted on anything he'd got his hands on. And they're just so immediate. And I like his compositions as well. There's something so precious about everything he draws. I don't know whether it's he goes around the silhouette again and again, thinking about things. But what's nice about his work is that the negative spaces are as important as the actual object. And it makes them flat and deep at the same time. Yep, this is my favourite painting. And it just makes me smile when I look at it. I got that frame from Acorn. And I painted the picture for the frame, which isn't the way one should really do it, I suppose. And I put a border around it, which echoed the frame. And I just had fun with that. It's just a bunch of odd bots who are fetched up in the desert. And there's an angel there. Angels appear quite a lot. And it takes me back to this drawing I'd planned at school. And I was going to do an angel on either side and the Virgin Mary in the middle, convent. And Mother Carmel said that we weren't good enough to draw the Virgin Mary, so I had to put a stained glass window. I'm still doing that drawing with angels, and angels appear everywhere. A blank canvas is a bit of a challenge. I got around that one way by painting a canvas black. And that's rather nice because the first marks don't look quite so lonely. That is Arteza acrylic colour, which of course is stuck, isn't it? I'm going to put some blue in it. That looks like ultramarine. Oh, look at that. My work does seem to be autobiographical, though I don't plan it. Certainly don't set out to do something autobiographical. I was having a very mopey day about a month ago, and I did this weeping woman, and apparently she cried a lake, and it all went a bit wild in the painting, and all these little fairies had to come in with handheld batteries to dry everything out. I got a bit carried away with that, but I think that was probably me in the middle of that. They probably are a way of processing emotions. But the other me says, what a load of twaddle. So I just carry on. Oh dear. Well, it was a great big phallic symbol right in the middle. Perhaps I should go with that. Perhaps not. Who knows, we might have a vase of flowers. You see, I'm doing that all the time, aren't I? I suppose that's a face. I seem to have lots of people bending over, don't I, in sympathy in my paintings. There we go, I've got another one there. That could be half a vase of tulips you've got there. You see, there's that duck again, that duck that always appears, often appears, in the top left hand of my pictures. Sometimes it becomes a duck, sometimes it's a man with a trumpet, but the top left hand corner. I love looking at children's art, children under the age of 10. They don't have to have anything in front of them to be able to draw it. It's sort of all inside their head. And they're interested in it only as long as they're doing it, you know, like this little boy drawing a car and going brum, 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 brum. And then when he'd finished, the experience was over. I mean, mothers go mad about stuff and grandmothers and stick it on the fridge, but the children have finished with that experience and go on to the next thing. We tend to ponder over it too much. As a child, I drew a lot, and I can remember some of the drawings. I did a drawing of my mother sideways, and we were playing hairdressers. I was allowed to do her hair, and I thought I have to have a drawing of this, so I drew her. I was 9, and I found that drawing years later when I was about 14, and I was so horrified because I'd missed out the middle part of the head. I just had this sort of profile on with the back of the head. But now I'd kill to be able to do a drawing like that. And I really got sucked into Instagram. It's like fielding with the devil. I had a scam the other day which really upset me. And then when I was actually warned by Instagram to take my stuff down, I thought that was a scam, so I don't know what's going to happen to me. What was being asked to be taken down was just 3 stylized nudes sitting on a bench in front of a row of pyramids with knobs on the top. Perhaps if some random algorithm thought, nipples, and then took a swipe. Well, that's the way it works, isn't it? I suppose. And the other one was equally random. It was a picture of 2 ladies, me and my daughter, celebrating Tuesday night with a bottle of Cremant and talking art. And they want me to take that down. But you see, if I do lose my account, who am I going to be painting for? Showing in a real gallery. Well, I'm excited sometimes when I think about it, and terrified other times. It will be a shock to see all the work all at once. I don't know how I'm going to react to that.
And this is where your paintings come down. So when Mum's finished your painting, it comes down here before we take it to the framers. So you can think about how you want it framed.
But lately we've gone off frames, haven't we?
Yes, we're
We're
just
having
getting
them
about
on,
frames.
on blocks. Do you know, once you put them in frames, you're saying something about them, aren't you? That
Yes.
and I don't think I like that.
Well, that's why we were going for the
board, I
back framing.
I think that putting them on a board,
Well, because
and then they just sit honestly on a wall.
totally. But I think in that case, that really works, Felix, and the frame. I love that as a piece. So the frame is actually enhancing that.
That started off as a drawing on Teledoodles. I had to put a hashtag warning dead cat.
Oh, we had an email back because we're having, you know, the guy who's going to rent 2 stuffed cats for your show. He got back quite nicely to give the prices for renting them, but he was quite, I had a feeling he was quite annoyed about the request to have a bad taxidermied cat. So we only provide good quality cats. So I thought that might have been slightly unethical to stuff a cat badly.
And how much is a dead cat
It's quite expensive.
a week to hire a dead cat?
Well, I think it's that's about 700 per cat for the show.
No.
Well, they are dead cats.
You can go out and kill your own cat.
Yes.
What do you do?
Oh, 950 for one and 750 for the other.
To rent a cat for 4 weeks.
To rent a stuffed cat.
We'll just say thank you very much, we can stuff our own cats. There you are, that painting there, that's just like a collage.
This one?
Yes, I've got Philip Guston's light bulb. I've got the Matisse to the left.
But this here, the jug. Wow, where is the jug? It's over here. Didn't you buy that at art college?
That is the jug.
And that has been recurring in your paintings for donkey's years.
Yes. No, I got that for £1 at the Gallet sale. None of my figures in my paintings seem to be wearing clothes. It's because I think the body's quite expressive. People have learnt to control their faces, but they don't often control their body language, and you can get all that in the picture. It's my Teledoodles people are usually naked as well, aren't they? I like to draw people trying to get into a certain position. I'm fascinated by yoga positions. Because even if you don't know what you're going to do, if you get a canvas or something and you make a mark on it and you don't like the position of the mark, you move it, and lo and behold, you're painting. Here am I in my attic, being a lonely artist, saying I don't want to go out because I hate people, and all I'm painting is people. That's totally daft, isn't it? But that's true. But I don't want to be cured of this madness, because I actually enjoy it. Amen.